In this section, we'll use the knowledge gathered in previous sections to learn some practical techniques used when developing Clojure web applications. First of all, we'll familiarize ourselves with accessing form data. After that, we'll focus on generating HTML from handlers. Then, we'll learn how to manipulate cookies in the Ring web application. And finally, we'll see how to access session data. If you are developing a Clojure web application, there is a good chance you will want to accept input from users in some way. Otherwise, plain old HTML files would suffice. Such data can be provided in a number of ways, but the simplest is to utilize two mechanisms used by web browsers: query strings and form submission with POST or GET. Both of them provide a common key equals value format. Naturally, we would not like to write yet another parser for them. So, let's just use middleware provided by Ring. There are two functions that we want to use, and please note that the order of usage is very important here, as one of them depends on the other. First, we will connect Ring middleware params. This middleware parses request parameters both from the query string and the post data, if available. The result is stored in three request map entries, which are query params for query string params, form params for post data params, and finally params being merged with the two above. One inconvenient thing here is that map keys are just strings, not Clojure keywords. Luckily for us, there is another middleware, Ring middleware keyword params, that does exactly what we need and keywordizes parameter names. After connecting the middleware, we need to create a handler that will utilize the new keywords in the request map and attach it to root handler. With the handler and middleware in place, we can create a simple HTML form, for example, a login form. We will use middleware from the previous section to serve the static files. The form will have the post method, as we can test the get parameters by simply using our browser. Let's observe our handler in action. First, the query parameter. Then we can see the post method in action. In both cases, Ring middleware has successfully mapped the request parameters for easy access. There is one input type that requires special treatment when it comes to form handling in web application. That is, file upload or, speaking more generally, multi-part forms. Clojure and Ring are not different in this regard, and as you have probably guessed, yes, there is middleware to aid us in this matter. The middleware is provided in the Ring middleware multiple params namespace, and we have connected it to our namespace, and now we can connect it to our handler. The default store for multiple parameters saves the file to a temporary directory. Files get deleted from it after at least an hour. Let's enhance our form handler to display the temporary file location on the server's file system. Other attributes of the uploaded file will be visible through parameter maps, where they are represented as a regular Clojure map. The temp file entry in the upload map contains a reference to a standard Java IO file object, so we can reference it like any other file. Let's test our enhanced form in the Firefox web browser. As you can see, we have received a lot of useful information regarding the uploaded file. The attributes are, of course, dependent on the implementation of use store, and those displayed come from the default implementation. Please note that we now have our parameters in multi-part param and not in form params. We have connected the appropriate middleware to access the request parameters, that is, the query string and form data, in a convenient way. We have also introduced a way to handle uploads. In the next video, we will learn how to generate HTML content from the Clojure web application handler.